"Did you know that I received a CS synthesis from Claressa?" She said. "Okay, and so here's what I'm going to do in terms of the cease and desist in the video's comments. So you presumably knew in order to determine what was truly said that was defamatory. My attorneys have been corresponding with her attorney. Now there was one item that I noticed that might give rise to a lawsuit of any kind, but that has now been fixed. So before we go into the details of why we are here, let me tell you what happened, okay? Because I am formally apologizing to the greatest person of all time for the past 4 years. Millions of people worldwide were inspired by Claressa Shields' tale. She was raised in a difficult neighborhood in Flint, Michigan. Her early years were characterized by poverty, peril, and ongoing challenges. Nevertheless, she became an unbeaten boxing champion via perseverance and diligence. Fans viewed her as a symbol of hope and appreciated her tenacity. However, a well-known media figure named Tasha K recently questioned Claressa's path. Tasha began by examining previous interviews, highlighting discrepancies in Claressa's chronology and raising concerns about some elements that didn't quite make sense. She speculated that in order to make her story seem more heroic, Claressa might have embellished some of her life's experiences. Tasha offered what she called insider information, played videos, and pointed out inconsistencies to support her accusations. When Tasha included Papoose in the narrative, things got even more difficult. She claimed that years ago, Papoose had introduced Claressa to Sierra Mitchell. According to Tasha, the objective was to assist Claressa in refining her public persona and rebranding herself, so that she would be more attractive to mainstream sponsors. At first, the tactic seemed effective. Major endorsement offers began to come in for Claressa. She started working on a Netflix documentary about her life, and her social media following increased dramatically. Behind the scenes, though, the collaboration allegedly worsened. Tasha stated that after a significant effort, Sierra said Claressa had not given her the money she had been promised. Claressa allegedly proposed a low-key settlement to end the dispute without drawing attention from the public when their contract expired. Tasha displayed what she claimed to be a bank transfer marked termination payout from Claressa's business case, Shields Promotions LLC, to Sierra during her live stream. Tasha said that this payment was really hush money passed off as a business deal. Sierra is apparently prepared to talk candidly about her experiences now that her non-disclosure agreement has ended. Tasha claims that Sierra has voice recordings of Claressa, acknowledging that she fabricated some of her training narrative in order to appear more relatable to followers. The boxing community was taken aback by this revelation. Long admirers of Claressa's sincerity felt deceived. Debates, memes, and indignation flooded every social media site almost instantly. Women's advocacy organizations accused Claressa of using fictitious hardships to create an uplifting story. While sports journalists wanted explanations, some claimed that she exploited people's sympathy for her own benefit by turning adversity into a show for financial gain. Professional prospects were also impacted by the incident. According to reports, Netflix put her documentary on hold, and companies like Gatorade and Under Armour, who were allegedly interested in collaborating, abruptly ceased communicating. Claressa's silence made the problem worse. She didn't post a single word on Instagram or Twitter, which is unusual for someone who is typically vocal and loud. She didn't make a statement or go live. The public believed she had something to conceal as a result of her silent response. Sierra's profile, meanwhile, surged. She started sharing cryptic notes that alluded to the complete narrative she intended to share. She claimed to have contracts, screenshots, and voicemails that could totally discredit Claressa. Celebrities began responding, which fueled the flames. One of Tasha's posts regarding the issue was liked by Nicki Minaj. Fans saw Drake's tweet of a single thinking face emoji as a covert jab at Claressa. "Sometimes women hurt women more than men ever could," remarked actress Megan Good, igniting a flurry of conversation on Twitter. Soon after, a new voice joined the discussion. Boxer Monique Reed, who had previously trained with Claressa, declared she was prepared to share her perspective. Monique received around 50,000 followers in less than an hour, indicating that Tasha K would be the subject of her first exclusive interview. The internet went crazy at this news alone. According to reports, Claressa's staff went into panic mode behind the scenes. Her public relations agents fell silent. Her lawyers reportedly told her to remain silent until the scandal passed, and calls and emails went unanswered. But mistrust was only heightened by this silence. People believed she had something to conceal since she avoided the subject. Online screenshots of purported discussions about confidentiality between Papoose and Ciara started to circulate. Tasha dropped another shocking revelation, just when it seemed that the situation couldn't get any worse. She posted a recording of Claressa threatening Ciara over the phone, stating, "You think Tasha's going to defend you? She will misrepresent you and make you appear foolish." Fans were taken aback. Almost instantly, the video went viral and spread on all social media networks. Tasha didn't end there. She disclosed yet another startling detail about Monique Reed in her subsequent live stream. Tasha stated that Ciara asserted that years earlier, by disclosing altered video of Monique's training sessions, Claressa had purposefully undermined Monique's career before a crucial qualifying match. This video gave the impression that Monique was weak and ill-prepared. After losing the battle, Monique progressively vanished from the spotlight. Unfair circumstances caused her boxing career to fall apart. Claressa's formerly invincible image started to erode as the story played out. Athletes, sponsors, and fans began to question the woman they once honored as a true hero. The boxing community watched in shock as a tale that had once inspired millions of people turned into a contentious issue, putting Claressa's career in jeopardy and her reputation under close examination. It appears that what transpired may not have been an accident at all. The hashtag #DefendMonique started to spread on social media when Tasha brought up Monique's name. Thousands of supporters swiftly came together to support her, calling for justice and explanations. Tasha implied that she had further proof, deleted PR materials, emails, and videos that purportedly revealed Claressa purposefully using smear campaigns to harm her competitors. Claressa's reputation as an unstoppable champion was beginning to fade. Sponsors discreetly stopped contributing. Her Netflix documentary was put on indefinite hold, and public engagements were delayed. According to insiders, her legal team was closely examining each contract because they were concerned that any leaked information might lead to legal action or perhaps fraud investigations. Ciara, meanwhile, kept making mysterious posts on the internet. "The truth doesn't expire," she wrote in one. "It only awaits the appropriate time." Although fans pleaded with her to reveal everything at once, she appeared to take pleasure in keeping everyone in the dark. The moment that everyone had been anticipating finally arrived. Monique shared her experience live on Tasha K's show. Fearful but determined, she explained how she thought Claressa had purposefully damaged her career. She sobbed as she described how sponsorship agreements had been revoked and unfounded stories had circulated, portraying her as mentally ill. "I looked up to her," Monique whispered. "I thought she was my sister in this sport, but she saw me as competition." People all across the internet were devastated by her remarks. Tasha gave a terrifying warning as the interview came to an end. "It's not over yet. Everything will alter with what I'm publishing next." The frenzy was rekindled by that one line. Fans started guessing immediately. Would additional recordings, witnesses, and covert lawsuits come to light? Social media erupted once more. Behind the scenes, there were reports that Claressa's team was preparing to file a defamation lawsuit against Tasha and Ciara. Many, however, believed that the harm had already been done. Her life narrative had become a show for the general public. Talk shows, sports publications, and gossip sites debated whether she would ever be able to regain her reputation. Some said that jealous insiders unfairly targeted her. Others said she was finally being exposed because she had built her career on manipulation. Papoose remained silent during the mayhem. His name kept coming up, but he never said anything. According to sources, he was discreetly pulling away, particularly after Ciara implied that their relationship might have transcended business. The public's curiosity was only increased by his silence. 3 individuals were being closely watched by the internet: Tasha, Ciara, and Claressa, trapped in an untidy conflict over the truth. Claressa's fans stood up for her, stating that rumors cannot undo the hard work she has put in. Tasha's supporters commended her for making influential people accountable. Ciara, too, was gradually becoming well known for her role as a whistleblower, making everyone anxious about what would happen next. Remy Ma has now revealed that Claressa is not alone, and that she has been supported ever since having Papoose by her side. She is, what do you call it? Fantastic. The greatest fighter, whatever, boxer. Not discounting her accomplishments, but she is undoubtedly the best in her class. Has won numerous belts and is that chick, right? I would prefer not to engage in combat with her. I'm going to remain in the house. I'm not getting out of the automobile. I'm not going outside. I'm going to report them to the police. All right, here's the thing then. Thus, I say to Claressa something like, hey,